Hi everyone, greetings from the Grenadines. I know it's been a long time since the last video update, but the internet coverage has just been pretty poor and certainly not powerful enough to upload video. So I know the last blog article couldn't get the video to upload, so hopefully you got a chance to read the article. And this time I've written quite a detailed article as well to explain everything that's been happened since the last update. So I'll try and keep this one short. I guess we've been all the way down from Martinique to St Lucia, where we spent Christmas, really enjoyable down there in Rodney Bay, and then went and explored the marine park around the pythons and stuff like that in St Lucia. So we spent about a week there, and then we moved south once again to St Vincent and the Grenadines. So St Vincent being the large island south of St Lucia, which is one of the Lesser Antilles Islands, and then it comes with a whole string of islands south of that again called the Grenadines, which are really kind of the jewel in the crown for St Vincent. And you know, it's probably the yachting capital of the Caribbean. So we had a nice trip down to St Vincent, but again, just with challenges regarding COVID and things like that, we had to bypass the island and go straight to a place called Bequia, which is the first island of the Grenadines, where we were able to do a health check clear in. And we've spent another week really exploring the Grenadines, and I'm sitting here right now on Bermuda on a small little anchorage in a little island called Petit St Vincent, which you can see behind me, which is a resort island. So really no one's allowed go ashore, but we're allowed anchor here. So we're really contemplating our next move. So the challenge is, I'm recording this on the 10th of January, and we are expected to fly back to Ireland on the 22nd. So not a whole lot of time, because we've got to take the boat up to Guadeloupe, and you know, we are now several hundred miles south of there. So the challenge is going back up. And I think, you know, we wanted to spend as much time as we could in each island so that we did them justice. And I guess what slowed us down a little bit has been all of the health checks relating to COVID. And we're kind of thinking, you know what, we probably just do not have time to get all the way down to Grenada and then, you know, hoof it all the way back up to Guadeloupe. So we spent the last number of days just kind of thinking about options, and finally we think we have a solution, because I was pretty disappointed at missing out on Grenada. It's been you know, certainly one of my goals to sail all the way south from Antigua in the north down to the Spice Islands of Grenada. And looking at the options, what we've managed to do is negotiate a deal with the charter company. We spoke to Vincent, who's the base manager in Guadeloupe. He's been very accommodating, and they have agreed for us to leave Bermuda in Georgetown, where they have a base on Grenada. And that's fantastic, because it means that we can continue our kind of odyssey and our adventure down south. Grenada is meant to be a beautiful island, and I think what we've noticed is the further south we sail, the nicer and nicer everything gets. So we'd hate to miss it. And it's got like something like 60 anchorages. Now, even doing that in 12 days is a challenge, but you know, getting the opportunity to see it, I think, is going to be great. So the only other complication to that, of course, is that our flights are out of Guadeloupe. And what's interesting, although these are all islands fairly close to each other, there just is no commercial route that would allow us to get from Grenada back up to Guadeloupe. The only option I could find was chartering a twin prop 8-seater plane at a cost of €8,000. So we obviously declined that politely and decided to look at other options. So the most straightforward one was a flight from Grenada back to London. So we managed to get a fantastic deal on a flight for something like $250 that goes from it's a little kind of, you know, planes, trains and automobiles, but one thing we do have is time on our hands. So we well, now that we've renegotiated down to Grenada, so we will fly from Grenada to Barbados, and then from Barbados to London, and then we can organize a flight back from London to Dublin. So that's our plan for all of the details on our shenanigans and everything we've been up to in the last couple of weeks since Christmas. You know, what we've done in St Lucia, some amazing stuff that we've done here in the Grenadines, in particular Tobago Cays, some of our diving exploits, things like that. Check out the blog, more detail there. Thanks again everyone for watching. Thanks for all the comments, and talk to you soon.